So we're going to do the 9 data points that are so important. If you get them, how blessed you're going to be in the kingdom. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome to the Wealth Transfer. I'm Terry Sacka, the Chief Strategist. Today we're going to get into 9 points of interest that show exactly, as last week's program will allude, as to why these big debt bombs individually as well as government are going to be impacted, or why they are important to we the people. How, if we can see and understand how to navigate these debt bombs, we will be tremendously blessed as a kingdom. As this whole global system gets shaken to the core soon, as you're going to see, not just in the United States, we in the kingdom will be fine if we properly position ourselves. So let's go into these 9 data points and understand that these 9 are pieces of information, very important to know, of what's going on out there that they're not giving us in the mainstream media, because of course their job is to encourage through this fiat cycle of debt bombs. But we're going to show how these points relate to all of that debt. And as we talked about last week, if every one of you maxed out every credit card you had, all lines of credit, house and all, what's going to happen? Beyond just making minimum payments. That's right. More or less, we're in trouble. We're going to default, bankrupt. Something's coming, right? So we either increase our income, which is the idea, or we cut back debt. Now, we're already maxed out, and the trajectory we're on, there's no way we can cut back debt. So as we as an individual, and parallel this please with the federal government, if we make $10,000 a month, but we spend $14,000 a month, eventually that catches up with us, correct? Right. Well, the government is doing that at a staggering rate right now. It's almost, we're basically $1 trillion a year more than we bring in as income. And so our trajectory is going parabolic, meaning there is an impact coming. But the encouraging thing is, we in the kingdom, if we see these points of data that are saying, here it is for truth, and let that truth set you free, right? If we have these data points supporting why these debt bombs will definitely come home, but for those properly protected and preserved, how blessed they're going to be, right? So I'm going to recap with the first one, because the very first thing I noticed that is always a kind of a factor you pay attention to is this one here. This is, number 1, the smart money. Now, the smart money is getting out of stocks at a rate we haven't seen since just before the financial crisis of 2008. Look at how staggering that is. And then we're talking about the red line here. The Dow Jones is the green line, and we've seen a nice expansion. It really has been decent. I think a lot of us had tremendous fear and trepidation because during the Obama presidency, there was no trust because of the policies and the direction they were taking. The amount of trillions they had were absolutely down the wrong path. And not just into the socialism realm. I'm talking just complete destruction of our financial matters. But look right now in the market system, according to Bloomberg's Smart Money Flow Index, that is a staggering amount of smart money getting out of the market. Now, one thing to keep in mind that I want you to keep in mind, when it comes to smart